Delta 787, descend and maintain flight level 240. Cleared for the Chipper 1 arrival into Atlanta.
Out of current altitude for flight level 240. Cleared for the Chipper 1 arrival into Atlanta, Delta 787.
Endeavor 5246, descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Cleared for the Site 3 arrival into Atlanta.
Leaving for 17,000. Cleared for the Site 3 arrival into Atlanta, Endeavor 5246.
Atlanta Center, Delta 1347, 18,000.
Oh boy.
Delta 1347, radar contact.
Atlanta Center, Delta 1660, flight level 200.
Okay.
Delta 1660, radar contact.
Atlanta Center, Delta 1728, flight level 200.
Delta 1728, radar contact.
Well, this is gonna be
Atlanta Center, Delta 1206, flight level 300.
Okay.
Delta 1206, radar contact.
Atlanta Center, Delta 665, flight level 240.
Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the
Delta 665, radar contact.
Okay. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, everybody. Where today we are flying from Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport to Charlotte Douglas International Airport. We are in the Delta A320neo, and we're doing service as Delta Flight 1950. So let's come up above and turn everything on for this flight. Turn these on, turn on the APU master and APU start. APU start, stay on. I said stay on. I hate this. This button sucks. Why? Thank you. Come up top. Turn off the fuel pumps. And we'll come down here. Let's look at the FMS. Get the flight plan to Charlotte. Let's see progress. Let's see what we can do. So V1. Okay, so takeoff speeds look like 151 knots. Okay. Wait. Let's turn on APU bleed. Turn off the external power. We'll come on down. And we will get clearance on board. That'll be 118.1. Okay, so we got my paper, my tablet here, ready for info that we will need. So let's get Atlanta clearance on board. So, Atlanta clearance, Delta 1950, requesting IFR to Charlotte International Airport.
I am working on that clearance. Stand by.
All right.
Delta 1950, clear to Charlotte via the Field 3 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 29010 minutes after departure. Departure on 121.225, squawk 7714. Expect runway 27 right.
Clear to Charlotte via the Field 3 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 29010 minutes after departure. Departure on 121.225, squawk 7714. Expect a runway 27 right, Delta 1950. So 774.
Delta 1950, read back correct. Ground is on 121.65, safe flight, sir.
Ground on 121.65. Thank you, sir. ATIS on board. ATIS is 119er 65.
Atlanta clearance delivery Delta 2065 IFR to Philadelphia, ready to copy.
Okay.
Delta
International Airport, Information Hotel, 2252 Zulu. Arriving runways 26 right, 27 left, 28. Departing runways 27 right, 26 left. Wind 290 at 10. Visibility 10. View at 6000. Temperature 26, dew point 11. Altimeter 29090. Density altitude 2600 feet. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel.
Alright. There we go. So we got information hotel. We'll call that up to
Atlanta clearance
up to
delivery
ground,
Frontier
and
flight
we're ready to taxi.
4026 ready to copy IFR clearance to Orlando.
Let's get
Frontier
on
flight
board.
4026 is cleared to Orlando Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 27 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet.
This is a
Departure
199er,
frequency is
no, 119er decimal
128.57 squawk
999.
0666.
Okay. Atlanta ramp, Delta 1950, requesting the connection of the jet bridge.
Ground to flight deck connecting jetway.
Here we go. So that's coming on, so that will be connected. Shut up. All right. So now we need to okay. Arm this. Hey. Hang on. Okay. So now, what's the chat? Is there a chat? Let's see anyone. Unless someone did. Alright. Anyways, carrying on. Atlanta ramp requesting catering.
Catering on the way, open aft door.
Atlanta ground, Delta 1950 requesting baggage. Let's get baggage on board.
Loading baggage.
Excuse me. And it looks like the alternative destination, if we can't get to Charlotte, will be Kilo Golf Sierra Oscar or Piedmont Triad International Airport, which is, I believe, yeah, it's in Greensboro, United States. Okay. Let's see how well everything's going out here. I think catering is done. As I wait for the camera to pop up. There it is. Hey, I am glitching. I'm not glitching, just flying all over the place. So we got a butterfly on the inside. We got 2 jets in one. I need to go look at this. Yeah. So it's this guy. No, he's like. You see, yeah, you can see the wings right here. He's being swallowed by this guy. Looks like a 7-3. Buddy, what are you doing? What's this guy doing? You're supposed to be on top of the terminal. You know that, right? Why is this guy on top of the terminal? Oh, there's another Delta flight. That's an old Delta flight. An old job, at least. Yeah, 7-3 right here, mixed in with another jet, it looks like. Yeah, we're pretty much stacked over here. We're stacked. Okay. Let's get back on board. Okay. Fasten seatbelts. Atlanta ground, Delta 1950, requesting the disconnection of the jet bridge.
Projecting jetway.
Okay. Boarding doors are closed. Seatbelt signs are on. Let's get the strobe lights, wing lights, and nav and logo lights on. Let's get ground on 12165. Let's get the 65 on here. There's 65. Now I need 121. Okay. Atlanta ground, Delta 1950, requesting push and start.
Delta 1950, push and start approved, tail south.
Push and start approved, tail south, Delta 1950. Okay. So tail south. Let me see where runway. What's the runway we need? 27 right? Hello. Let's drop this down here. if it will load. And we want to load. Come on, get this moving. Why is this thing being stingy all of a sudden? There. Gosh. So 27 right. They said it was right. 27 right, yep. Okay, so it's gonna be over here. You gotta be careful because it's not been updated in this version of the game, so yeah. Tail south. Where the heck are they taking me? So tail south. That's gonna mean I'm gonna be looking north. Well, they're gonna loop me around the terminal or something? Okay. Atlanta ramp, Delta 1950, requesting pushback.
Stand by for pushback. Tomcat on the taxiway behind you.
Tomcat? What?
Bypass pin inserted. Just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
I'm barely moving my mouse. Hey, is it that? Yeah, sure, that's a 787. Okay. Ready for pushback.
Ground to flight deck, release parking brake, tug standing by.
Parking brake released.
Roger, standing by.
Engine mode selected. Selected.
Ground to flight deck, cleared for engine start in sequence.
Cleared for engine start in sequence, Delta 1950. And notch flaps in.
Pushback is already underway. You can request to abort if needed.
Never said about pushback. Let me see how far back we're gonna go. Look at just firewalling the throttle. Where are you taking me, buddy? Just let you know, I'm barely moving my mouse. The game thinks I'm sending it through the loop. Delta ramp. Atlanta ramp, Delta 1950, requesting pushback tug, turning the aircraft to the right.
Hold position. 737 on the taxiway behind you. I'll have your clearance shortly.
What are you talking about?
Pushback already in progress. You can request an abort if needed.
I said send the aircraft to the right, not anything else. Oh, there we go. Just back up. Atlanta ramp, Delta 1950 requesting the end of pushback. Gosh dang.
Pushback complete. Disconnecting tug. Stand by for confirmation that ground crew is clear.
Standing by.
Ground to flight deck. Pushback complete. Please ensure parking brakes are set. Standing by for confirmation of good engine start and report when ready for disconnect.
Good engine start. Parking brake is set. And thank you for the assistance.
Roger, disconnecting tug. Stand by for confirmation that ground crew is clear. Tug already disconnected.
Alright. You guys have a nice night.
Good evening.
Alright. Now it's over to the ground. Atlanta ground, Delta 1950, requesting taxi to the active with information hotel.
Delta 1950, runway 27 right taxi via 1 southeast, 1 northeast, Foxtrot, 3 northwest, 3 southwest, Lima Alpha.
Runway 27 right, taxi via 1 southeast, 1 northeast, Foxtrot, 3 northwest, 3 southwest, Lima Alpha, Delta 1950. Alright.
Tug disconnected.
Excuse me. So we'll come up top, turn off the APU master, bleed, engine mode, select it back to normal. We'll turn on taxi lights, get these prepped for my landing lights prepped.
Atlantic ground Delta 1132 Heavy request taxi to south parking. Delta 1132 Heavy taxi to gate Alpha 1 using taxiway.
What is this? This is not an A321. That's a
Atlantic ground
that's
Delta
a
1223
14.
with
What's it
Lima
doing
ready to
in
taxi IFR.
Atlanta?
Delta
All right, let's
1223 taxi to and hold short of runway 28 via taxiway cross runway 9er left cross runway 9er right. Contact tower on 119.5 when ready.
So we need
Taxiing to gate Alpha 1 via taxiway Delta 1132 Heavy.
southeast.
Taxiing hold short runway 28 via taxiway cross runway 9er left cross runway 9er right Delta 1223. Delta 1223 hold position caution other traffic.
Northwest.
Hold position Delta 1223.
Okay, so it looks like we're just gonna be making a giant loop. You can see that just because. Let me get this up right here. So here's what I'm looking at. I hate this part here. So, how it has us laid out. Here's the runway we need right here. Except this time I need to go up and over, and then down and across.
Delta 1132 Heavy hold position caution other traffic.
So let's
Delta 1132
begin.
Heavy continue taxi.
bring this up top. So it's out of the way.
Atlantic Ground Frontier Flight 4409er heavy request taxi to the gate. Frontier Flight 4409er heavy taxi to gate Tango 9er via taxiway.
So this is going to be showing us
Roger, Delta 1132 heavy.
taxiing as well.
Delta 122 tree, continue taxi.
122.
Delta 122 tree, hold position, caution the Airbus A20N on the taxiway.
Yeah, they're talking about me.
Delta 122
Delta 1950, caution Tomcat at your 1 o'clock, 350 feet. Not say intentions, traffic not under our control.
Airbus A20N on the taxiway.
Alright, so we can do
Atlantic
that.
Ground Delta 2857 heavy request taxi to the gate. Delta 2857 heavy taxi to gate Alpha 6 using taxiway.
Caution Tomcat at 1 o'clock, 350 feet. Delta 1950.
Delta 122 tree, hold position, caution other traffic.
Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna go
Taxiing to
through
gate
this.
Tango 9er via taxiway Frontier Flight 4409er heavy.
This guy is clearly just.
Hold position Delta 122 tree.
This guy's like,
Taxiing to gate Alpha 6 via
guy's
taxiway
gonna
cross
be
runway 9er left Delta
mowing me down.
2857 heavy.
Yeah, get out of my way.
Delta 1728, taxi to parking via November 4, November, uniform 3 southeast, 3 northeast, Foxtrot 4 northwest.
November 4 November, uniform 3 southeast, 3 northeast, Foxtrot 4 northwest, Delta 1728.
Alright.
Delta 2053, cross runway 9er left.
So we're gonna get over on.
Atlantic Ground Delta 2128 heavy request taxi to south parking. Delta 2128 heavy taxi to gate Alpha Tree 4 using taxiway cross runway 8 right. Taxiing to gate Alpha Tree 4 via taxiway.
Delta 1950, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 750 feet. Not say intentions, traffic, use caution.
Traffic are 12 o'clock, 750 feet, Delta 1950. Okay. I don't know why we're not moving. There we go. We'll just go this way and you just go down a taxiway.
Endeavor 5553, runway 26 left taxi via 5 northwest, 5 southwest, Lima Delta Foxtrot Echo.
Runway 26 left taxi via 5 northwest, 5 southwest, Lima Delta Foxtrot Echo Endeavor 5553.
Delta.
Continue taxi Delta 1950. Don't know why he said. Foxtrot 3 northwest.
Delta 1458, taxi to parking via November 4, November Tango, Lima, 1 southeast.
November 4, November Tango, Lima 1 southeast, Delta 1458.
I think this is what we need. Where this plane came out as is where we're going to be going down, I think.
Delta 1458, cross runway 9 left.
Okay, let's turn on this way.
9 left, Delta 1458.
Taxi lights on, right? Yep.
Ground, Delta 1700, taxi to the gate.
Delta 1700, taxi to parking via November 4, November Delta 6 north south.
November 4, November Delta, 6 north south, Delta 1700.
Atlantic ground, Endeavor 544 tree requesting
So we have a
pushback.
total flight time of
Endeavor 544 tree pushback request accepted.
43 minutes, give or take. Total time is an hour and 11. Down a little bit.
Ground, Delta 874, taxi to parking.
Delta 874, taxi to parking via Sierra Golf 6, Sierra Golf, Sierra Juliet, Romeo, Romeo 7, hold short of runway 27 left, then November 6, November uniform, 3 southeast, 3 northeast.
Sierra Golf 6, Sierra Golf, Sierra Juliet, Romeo, Romeo 7, hold short of runway 27 left, then November 6, November, uniform 3 southeast, 3 northeast, Delta 874.
How fast am I going now?
Ground, Delta 1693, taxi to the gate.
Delta 1693, taxi to parking via November 4, November uniform, 3 southeast, 3 northeast.
November 4, November uniform, 3 southeast, 3 northeast, Delta 1693.
So it's
Atlantic
right
ground,
here.
Endeavor 5168 heavy requesting pushback. Endeavor 5168 heavy pushback request accepted.
need Lima Alpha.
Delta 1700, cross runway 27 right.
Cross 27 right, Delta 1700.
What the crap? My bad.
Delta 16903, cross runway 9er left.
Cross runway 9er left, Delta 16903.
Lima Alpha's at the end.
Atlantic ground, Endeavour 5168 Heavy, requesting the end of pushback. Endeavour 5168 Heavy, request to end pushback received. Atlantic ground, Endeavour 5168 Heavy with Lima ready to taxi IFR. Endeavour 5168 Heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 26 left using taxiway.
How about, how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing okay? Thumbs up.
Ground, Delta 466, taxi to the gate.
Delta 466, taxi to parking via Sierra Golf 6, Sierra Golf, Sierra Juliet, Romeo, Romeo 11. Hold short of runway 27 left, then November 10, Delta 6 north north.
Sierra Golf 6, Sierra Golf, Sierra Juliet, Romeo, Romeo 11. Hold short of runway 27 left, then November 10, Delta 6 north north, Delta 466.
Taxiing to gate Echo 1 using taxiway cross runway 9er left, Delta 109er tree heavy.
Delta 874, cross runway 27 left.
Cross runway 27 left, Delta 874.
So we're almost to the end of the runway.
Delta 109er tree heavy, hold position, caution the Airbus A20N on the runway.
Delta 1284, push and start at your discretion.
So here's how much runway.
Delta 1284.
How much more we got left to taxi.
Hold position, Delta 109er tree heavy.
Delta 1660, taxi to parking via November 4, November Uniform Lima, 5 southeast, 5 northeast.
Heavy, hold position, caution the departing.
November 4, November Uniform Lima, 5 southeast, 5 northeast, Delta 1660.
Hold position, Delta 109er tree heavy.
So there's planes. Okay. What the? Again with the F-14. What is going on here? I don't even have my parking brakes set. My borders are all going skiwampus.
Delta 109er tree heavy, hold
Delta 1950, contact tower on 123.85 so long.
Delta 109er tree heavy,
tower on 123.85 so long.
Delta 109er tree heavy, hold position, caution the departing Airbus A20N.
Okay, 123. 85.
Atlantic ground, Delta 19er 56 heavy, request taxi to the gate. Delta 19er 56 heavy, taxi to gate Foxtrot 6 using taxiway cross runway 27 left, cross runway 27 right.
So I'll just turn here. Because realistically, this is the runway right here.
Southwest 1837 heavy, turn next taxiway. Southwest 1837 heavy, contact ground on 131.45.
Atlanta Tower, Delta 1950, holding short, runway 27 right,
131.45 Southwest 1837 heavy. Goodbye. Clear to land runway.
Delta 1950, runway 27 right, winds 290 at 10. RNAV football, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV football, clear for takeoff, Delta 1950.
Caution the Cessna Skyhawk landing
Approaching runway 27 right.
Top, turn this on to...
Clear to land runway 26 right, Endeavor 519er tree.
Turn that off. Last time I did this, wasn't even here. What the?
Delta 1518, contact departure.
Departure, Delta 1518, see you.
It says you get buzzed by an F-14. T7 right, verified.
On runway 27 right, remaining 1,800 feet.
Delta 466, hold short of runway 27 left.
Holding short of runway 27 left, Delta 466.
Clip.
Delta 1836, contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er for ground, Delta 1836.
How's the right gears coming up? Whoa.
Delta 1950, contact departure.
Contact departure 1950, Delta 1950. Hartsfield departure, Delta 1950 with you.
Delta 1950, Atlanta departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain 11,000, turn left heading 235, vectors to football, then on course.
Climb and maintain 11,000, turn left heading 235, vectors to football, then on course. Delta 1950.
Delta 1950, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 3 miles, same altitude F14.
Traffic in sight, Delta 1950.
What's going on here?
Delta 1950.
What the?
Delta 478, contact Indianapolis Center on 135.575.
Clear direct Nichols, Delta 1950.
Delta 1950, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb and maintain flight level 270, Delta 1950. Alright, tone it back. Plane. Now you can go at that speed. Jeez. Why is my beacon lights off? Turn those lights off. Looks like we're on up to next. That's still armed. Golf looks like. Let me see. Yep. Looks like 32 minutes left in the flight.
Delta 1950, climb and maintain flight level 290.
Climb and maintain flight level 290, Delta 1950.
Delta 1950, contact Atlanta Center on 135.0.
Atlanta Center on 135.0, Delta 1950.
Delta 1518, contact Indianapolis Center on 135.575. 135.575, Delta 1518.
Okay. Stop disconnecting. 135. Decimal 0. Atlanta Center, Delta 1950 with you, 18,900 through flight level 290.
Delta 1950, Atlanta Center. Good evening.
So we are climbing up to 29,000 feet. And going 300 knots, which is okay. Excuse me.
November 78901, contact Majors Tower on 118.65.
118.65 for November 78901.
So let's up the speed a little bit.
Atlanta Center, Delta 2803, flight level 220.
Let's give this
Delta 2803, radar contact.
25 knots. Altitude, right? Yeah, I'm already cruising. Okay. Till arrival. Okay, why does this keep switching on me? Okay.
Delta 1984, contact Indianapolis Center on 123.925.
123.925 in Delta 1984.
So it looks like up here will be somewhere up here. We'll get our instructions to a descent into Charlotte. I don't know why this plane switched me over to Mach, which I do not want. Or do I know why it switched me back down from 325 knots to 310? I'm just about to level off, and I'm going to be starting my descent soon. Okay, got my seatbelt signs back on. Ding the flight attendants because I can.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Okay, fine.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Shut up.
Overspeed.
Go 320 knots.
Delta 1950, expect the Lin 3 arrival. I'll start your descent in about 10 minutes. Just say the word if you'd like to start down earlier. Cleared direct Jallet.
Yeah, I said that back.
Expecting the Lin 3 arrival. Cleared direct Jallet, Delta 1950.
Whoa, where are you going? What the crap? Whatever you're on, I never told you to fly. Let me just tell you that much. So it's saying Jeez. We're going to lagger. But we don't have lagger on our charts anywhere. Actually, I need to change that transition. Oh, that didn't work. And times 5.
Delta 1950, speed 180 for spacing.
Speed 180 for spacing. That gives me enough time to figure out the slowing down a little bit. Hopefully this will work. So we need the Lin 3 arrival. Okay, so I did have it right. We're stalling. No, we're just pitched up. Why are we pitched? I don't care what they say. I need some more speed. I'm gonna fall out of the sky here. If this keeps me back around and then or something, I'm gonna be mad. So, if this thing turns, I'm going to end this stream, because I am not going to fly back this entire course. Oh, crap. I need to drop that. Yeah, if this thing does like a 180, yeah, I'm gonna be mad. Because we need to continue on. I don't need to go back. I don't know what this thing is thinking. Don't you dare turn around. I'll even see if it turns. Yeah, because that's the waypoint we should be on right there. Like, we're way off course. I don't know why it decided to kick us out. When I launched the flight, it did not have this course right here at all. Okay, please tell me you're going to turn back on course. I'm going to forcefully
Atlanta Center, Delta 2583, flight level 280.
Delta 2583, radar contact.
No, you will not. I knew it was going to do that too. Don't know why he decided to do that. Turn a little bit back this way so we can get onto on course. Yeah, I don't know why they told me to slow down. I'm speeding back up. I don't care. I don't know why you told me to slow down. Are you gonna turn me back the other way? Oh, there we go. No, you're not. What in the crap is going on? Autopilot being stupid. Let me see. Flight plan. We need cake. Well, they changed that on me. It's no longer 18 left. It's now 36 center. There we go.
Delta 1950. Contact Atlanta Center on 123.725.
Atlanta Center on 123.725, Delta 1950. Okay, let's go to 123.725. Atlanta Center, Delta 1950 with you. I don't know why you changed
Delta
that.
1950, Atlanta Center, good evening.
There. What's the charts telling me it's on? So we need Lin 3. I don't know. It's not coming up with anything anymore. This plane just changed its mind entirely. And I'm nowhere even on course no more. Just because this plane is being stupid. Is this going to take me off course even more? Because if so, I will turn it off and make it fly me in the right direction. Nope.
Delta 1950, cleared Lin 3 into Charlotte. At your discretion, descend and maintain flight level 210.
Clear Lin 3 into Charlotte at your discretion. Descend and maintain flight level 210, Delta 1950. Okay, autopilot's coming off. I'm done.
Delta 1950, cross land at or above flight level 210.
Cross land at or above flight level 210, Delta 1950.
Atlanta Center, Delta 2583, flight level 210.
Delta 2583, radar contact.
Okay. Yeah, autopilot just gave up on me, so I'm gonna fly this thing here. Okay. I'm probably gonna get chewed out here, but I don't know what to do anymore at this point. Gotta go up before I get yelled at saying, hey, you're below your assigned altitude. Stop. You're done. You're gonna have me fly this in.
Delta 1950, descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Turn right, heading 215 vectors for the ILS, runway 36 center approach. Speed below 220 knots, altimeter 2983.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet. Turn right heading 215 vectors for the ILS runway 360 center approach. Speed below 220 knots. Delta 1950. Okay. And 215. Alright, they're gonna guide me in this way. Gate info again. So Concourse Alpha Phase 2. Looks like. Got it. Oh yeah, I do. How you doing, man? It's good to hear from you again. Why are you not at that speed I just looked at you at? Okay. So we're at it. Heading up 213 at the moment. Yeah, 215. Why are you not descending?
Delta 1950, turn right heading 255.
Turn right heading 255, Delta 1950. There we go. What the heck are you having me do?
Delta 1950, contact Charlotte approach on 125.35.
Charlotte approach on 125.35, Delta 1950. So 125. Charlotte approach, Delta 1950 with you, 17,500 to 8,000 feet.
Delta 1950, Atlanta Center. Good evening, Charlotte altimeter 2983.
Okay. We're good on that.
Blue Streak 5232, contact Charlotte approach on 126.15.
126.15E, Blue Streak 5232, thanks.
Delta 1950, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, Delta 1950. I'm gonna drop this like a rock. Hopefully everybody has their seatbelts on. Seatbelts on. Goodness. Where are you going? I told you to go down. Not level off. Good, 215.
Delta 1950, descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Turn right heading 060.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Turn right heading 060. They sent me in a loop here, but okay. Oh, they had me in a holding pattern. Okay, that makes more sense because it was too high in altitude. Alright.
Delta 1950, contact Charlotte approach on 126.15.
Charlotte approach on 126.15, Delta 1950. 126.15. Charlotte approach, Delta 1950 with you. Good evening.
Delta 1950, Charlotte approach. Good evening, Charlotte altimeter 2983.
All right. Slow down. Stupid plane.
American 1154.
Delta 1950, turn right heading 085.
Turn right heading 085, Delta 1950. Probably putting me in the pattern now.
American 1154, did you hear my last transmission?
Sounded Someone's getting yelled at now.
American 1154.
Delta 2050, contact Jacksonville Center on 134.9 or 75.
134.9 or 75 for Delta 2050. Good day.
Delta 1950, 18 miles from NEVC, turn left heading 040, descend and maintain 3,000 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 36 center approach.
Good day.
18 miles from not advised. Turn left heading 040, descend and maintain 3,000 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 36 center approach. Delta 1950.
American 1154, did you hear my last transmission?
04, jeez. Okay. Down to 3,000 feet.
American 1154 ATC services terminated. Good day. American Tree 53, please acknowledge.
Ow. Okay.
American Tree 53, please acknowledge. American Tree 53, acknowledge last transmission.
Someone's gonna get yelled at.
American Tree 53 ATC services terminated.
Yep.
Good day.
Delta 1950, contact Charlotte Tower on 118.1.
Charlotte Tower on 118.1, Delta 1950.
2,500.
Okay, 118. Charlotte Tower, Delta 1950 with you to land.
Delta 1950, Charlotte Tower, runway 36 center, winds 220 at 5, cleared to land.
Runway 36 center, clear to land, Delta 1950. Bring on a notch of flaps.
American 9er 59er, turn next taxiway. American 9er 59er, contact ground on 130.075.
full flaps.
One 30.075 American 9er 59er. Goodbye.
2,500.
Okay. And that's 36 center. Okay.
American 1330, turn next taxiway.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Approaching runway 36, center.
Follow the Airbus A20N on final. Wind 228 at 5. Caution the Cessna Skyhawk landing runway 18 center. Cleared to land runway 18 right. Cleared to land runway 18 right, number 3 Piedmont 6131 heavy.
Well, this person who told this person to land is an idiot, because I'm coming in to land on the other side.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Ouch. That was a very hard landing.
American 19er 43, turn next taxiway.
And I just got mowed down by an F-14.
Delta 1950. Exit at Echo 9er if able. Contact ground on 121.8.
Exit at Echo 9er if able. Contact ground on 121.8. Thank you so much.
Charlotte Tower American 209er 4 heavy 9er miles north inbound ILS runway 18 right approach.
Charlotte ground Delta 1950 requesting taxi to the gates.
Delta 1950, taxi to concourse at phase 2 gate. A 39er via Echo 9er, Echo 12. Good day.
Taxi to concourse A Alpha phase 2 gate Alpha 39 via Echo 9 Echo 12 Delta 1950 today.
Charlotte ground American 19er 43 taxi to the gate. American 19er 43 taxi to gate Alpha 6 via taxiway Whiskey 4 Sierra cross runway 36 center Echo 6 Echo 7 Echo 16.
Approaching runway 18,
Taxi
center.
Alpha 6 via taxiway Whiskey 4 Sierra cross runway 36 center Echo 6
Yeah,
Echo 7
there's another
Echo
F-18.
16 American 19er 43.
Special forces tonight, huh? You know what? Out of my way, plane. I think you're the same one that struck me too. So Echo 9. No, Echo 9, Echo 12. Okay. Let me pull this up because I am confused as anybody else right now. Okay, let me come up here, turn my landing lights off, taxi lights on. So Echo 9, Echo 12. Oh, wrong one. Wrong button. Alright, I'm going to turn here because this is where I need to go.
American 19er 4 tree, hold position, caution the departing.
Okay, it looks like right here.
Hold position, American 19er 4 tree.
It's like nothing here.
American 19er 4 tree, continue taxi.
Charlotte Ground,
American
thank you for your
19er 4
assistance
tree,
tonight.
hold position, caution the departing.
Delta 1950, you're welcome. Have a good evening.
Okay.
Hold position, American 19er 4 tree.
Well, that happened. That was a long time that my plane was acting up. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys all next time. See ya. Turning off engines.